Hello students, welcome to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, Hyderabad. We, as part of BA first year Sociology, in the second semester, we have been discussing the lesson called Socio-economic Inequalities. So, we try to discuss and understand what are socio-equalities, social equalities and economic inequalities. So, today in this current class we try to understand the causes, what are the reasons for this social and economic inequalities in the society. Now, let us try to understand one by one. For example, unemployment. Unemployment is one of the important reason with regard to socio-economic inequalities. Means within a given society, some people are very economically good with regard to income, with regard to income, with regard to wealth, means they are employed people, they rise the ladder. Means unemployment is one of the reason. If you look at in India, unemployment is also varied. There is a seasonal unemployment, means in agriculture sector only out of 12 months 7 months they will get the work, the remaining 5 months they do not get the work. So, this unemployment affects their socio-economic inequalities. So, the person who is working in particularly IT sector or pharmaceutical sector, their incomes and their societal socio-economic life will be better than the person who is in unemployed or who is not living in agriculture sector. So, we need to understand that unemployment is one of the reason or cause for socio-economic inequality. The second one is inflation. Means the price of the goods and services has been increasing. However, the earning capacity of an individual will not be increased. In that condition, in that case, then definitely there will be a inequality with regarding to either socio and the economic inequality. And the another important thing is with regard to regressive tax. Like across the country, the GST is collected as a government revenue. In that case, what will happen? The poor person who is also purchasing the goods, he is also supposed to pay the same tax like a wealthy person. That means there is no differentiation. So, this regressive tax also lead to the socio-economic inequalities. And new agriculture strategy, whatever the strategy has brought in, it also have an impact on this socio-economic equality. Differential regional growth means the government is trying to put different interventions, different locations. Because of that also socio-economic inequalities may definitely occur. Another important cause is that highly unequal asset distribution. Means the asset distribution, the resource distribution of the government is unequal across the country. Because of this, there is a greater possibility of socio-economic inequality may arise in the country. Now let us try to understand what are the consequences if this what are the consequences if the same system goes. Means there is a possibility of conflicts. Regional conflicts may come between different regions. There is a conflicts may arise from city to city, place to place, and also state to state. So, if these social economic inequalities arise and it becomes more and more, then there is a greater possibility of conflicts between the states, between the regions, between the places, and there is a greater possibility of a financial crisis, because we can measure, because the wealthy people will have, the richer become richest, the poorer become the poorest. So, then naturally the financial crisis also may arise among the communities. The third point is, the impact on poverty and skill development. The poverty may also may increase because of lack of certain skill development and certain unequal distribution of resources, and political domination may increase. Here, irrespective of the political parties, the domination of these parties may increase as a consequence of socio-economic inequality happens, and there is a greater possibility of undemocratic elements may come out. And one more important thing is exploitation and creation of monopolies. In certain situations and certain consequence of socio-economic inequalities, there is a greater possibility of exploitation of the poor, exploitation of the downtrodden, and monopolies may enter and dictate the entire society. This is a very danger aspect to come. Now, how to reduce this social and economic inequalities? What kind of measures to be taken either by the public, means the government, or non-government sector, to address? Means redistribution of measures, means the redistribution of measures, whatever the assets, whatever the resources to be distributed, it should be distributed equally, irrespective of concentrating on a particular place. And agriculture, when you look at the agriculture, increase the viability of small and marginal farmers. Across India, when you look at the agriculture sector, we have huge number of small and marginal farmers. So, please try to increase. There is a greater need to increase the viability, provide the necessary inputs, necessary modernization, necessary mechanization, necessary credit, so that the small and marginal farmers, they can come out with a better life. So, that is one important to reduce the socio-economic inequality. Another is social protection interventions. For example, for the when there is a social protection for agriculture laborers, agriculture farmers, or non-farmer, the people who are in non-farmer sector, like health insurance, like health facility, so that they will be really secured. So, social protection is need to be needed, and focus on employment and education. Here, it is very important, country like India, the quality education is very important, the employability education is very important, so that it need to be provide a greater attention on education, quality education, and employability education, that would help to reduce the socio-economic inequalities, reducing labor market inequality, and these are some of the things which I wanted to make a note of, that we need to reduce the corruption, we need to fix the minimum wage and equal opportunity for all, and there is a need to ceiling on agriculture land holding and also urban property, because the concentration of wealth is becoming or getting only few people's hands, and majority of the people living in poverty. To address this, the government have to take a very important initiative like ceilings on agriculture holdings as well as urban. At this time, we need to understand, we can, as a democratic country, we can address these socio-economic inequalities arising from the society. So, the government, non-government organizations, and also all other important stakeholders is supposed to understand, assess, and measure these socio-economic inequalities are are evolving in the society, and also work on accordingly. Thank you.